Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, looking through my Discord stuff real quick. How is everybody? Ugh. Hi. We are live streaming from the tablet today because I don't know. There was a sound issue yesterday with my microphone on Discord, so I thought I would stream here. Excuse me. How are you? I'm okay. I was tired. Didn't sleep incredibly long because people's woke me up. Because Daddy did not want to wake up this morning. He told Zoe to wake him up at 9 when she left for work, or whatever time she left for work, and that time came and he did not want to get up at all. So he was being a crank, and that woke me up, and Kitty got up, and so I was kind of tired, kind of little, just like in an in-between space, so yeah. Kind of just chilling today because we have to do we have to do grocery shopping today and go to the fabric store and stuff. Aw. Weed sounds like it would be a great idea. I would have some weed if I had some, but well, probably not right this moment, although I am pretty sore, but probably would try to hold off on that. If when weed becomes legal in Kansas. Hang on, I gotta turn my screen brightness up. I can't see it very well. There we go. Now I can see. If and when weed becomes legal in Kansas, I would very much so consider doing edibles for sure. I have to be very careful with smoking weed because it comes on so quickly. It sometimes can trigger seizures and stuff. Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. They had to take out an ovary a few years ago, and periods for me are horrible because of all the surgeries that I have had. It just causes so much pain. Thankfully, the medication for birth control that I'm on, what is it called? Hang on, I have to think. Where is it? Speaking of medication, I need to take it. That's not the one I'm looking for, though. It's called norethindrone or Agestin. Agestin is the brand name for it. It is a progesterone-based birth control. So, because I don't do well with the estrogen ones, they cause a lot of upset stomach and stuff when I take pills. I was on the implant before that. Sorry, I just had to open the bottle so I'm gonna take some Benadryl. I've had a lot of allergies today, so if I take it now, I can take it right before we go to the Joann's, and it'll be good. But yeah, the birth control we're on has kind of caused my cycles to be about. I went almost 6 months with no actual cycle. Like I'd have a little teeny bit of bleeding, but no actual cycle, which was really nice. It affects your neuropathy, POTS. Oh yeah, hands, legs are always swollen. Yeah. It depends on your cycles. For me, oh yeah, colon issues. Yep. For me, with the polycystic ovarian syndrome, every time, so when you ovulate is the problem for me. With polycystic ovarian syndrome, typically a follicle turns into an egg, and then you ovulate. For me, those follicles turn into cysts, and those can continuously grow. as you ovulate and such. I had one that was 8 centimeters or 7 centimeters, which is really big. Typically, they get worried around 6 centimeters. So we had to kind of really decide whether we were going to go a surgery route or a medication route. Surgically, the reason we didn't do surgery, really, for one of the reasons I should say, is because we didn't want to send me into menopause at 33 years old, or almost 33 years old. I'd have to be on hormone replacements, all that anyway. So we decided to try this medication, and so far we're doing really good with it. But yeah, it really varies on what you have going on if you should use birth control. But yeah, colon issues suck. I know this for a fact because I have no colon anymore. They took mine out back in 2005 because I have F8P, or familial adenomatous polyposis. Those of you who are new don't know, I have a genetic disease called familial adenomatous polyposis. And it causes you're missing a gene. There's a gene in your body that tells your colon not to grow polyps. I am missing that gene, so my body grows them prolifically. I also have Garner's syndrome, which is a offshoot of FAP, and I have a desmoid tumor. I have a lot of lipomas that happen and cysts that happen. Like each of my wrists had a cyst in it. I had a cyst in my leg, things like that. So yeah, it causes a lot of things. I have a backwards tooth. This tooth right here is backwards. It causes some teeth issues. It can cause eye issues. It causes weird pigment changes. So that's why, like, on my neck, you see all these, like, I have spots on this side of my neck that literally, like, travel down my entirety of my neck. I have a lot of pigment changes. That's why you see a lot of the scarring. Anytime I get any sort of scratch or injury of any type, the scar lasts for forever. So, I mean, like, the scar turns this really dark brown, and then it'll eventually fade. Like, I am prone to things like, I'm not sure if this is related or not. I'm guessing it is. I get plugged hair follicles or infected hair follicles, and things like that. I've been prone to boils since I was a very young child. It's really annoying. But, you know, I also have some other chronic issues that we're working on getting diagnosed. I have PTSD and agoraphobia, apparently. But my form of agoraphobia is different than you think it is. There's a couple of different types of agoraphobia. The type that I have is basically, instead of just being afraid of the outside world as a whole, being in open places, things like that, I'm afraid of them in the sense that I openly and willingly avoid putting myself in situations that could cause either a medical issue to happen or be alone if a medical issue should happen. I definitely greatly avoid situations like that. For example, I have not been to a movie theater since Divergent came out, and God, how long ago was that? It was after I moved here, but so we're talking 5-6 years since I've been to a movie theater type of thing. So yeah. Today is not going to be that long of a stream. I'm only streaming while Daddy is at work. And he'll be gone for a couple of hours. He's been gone for a little while already. So I thought I would hop in while he was gone. As those of you who have been watching, we've been working on a pair of overalls this week. And I have to completely remake them. I was trying to work with the fabric and dyeing it, and it dyed gorgeously in most of the areas, but there were a couple of areas that just did not accept the dye, or not accept it well. And sadly, I do have to redo it. Hopefully, my local Joann's has the fabric I need, otherwise I have to order it. I will probably special order it in that case. But we have to start that over again. So there will be a pair of XL shortalls available on my Etsy shop here in the next couple of days. I will be selling them. They are going to be the full price because I did put in the full price of work. Plus, I have to make this other pair as well. So while most people think, well, they're already paid for, no. I'm remaking this pair for this customer because I have a fabric that did not work out right. And that's the case. So I will be switching it up and I will be selling that one. It can be personalized. It can have decals put on it and things like that. Pretty much I can do whatever from here. It doesn't have its buttons yet, but it will when it goes up for sale. It will have buttons and hooks and all that. But it is that marbled kind of look. I have pictures of it. I will show you all what it looks like. But that is up for sale, guys. So check out the Etsy shop in the link below. In the description below. The link in the description below, that thing. But, yeah. So. I don't know why, but I woke up this morning and checked YouTube. I had a notification thing on there, so I checked it and got a rather rude comment in a way, and I thought I would kind of address it a little bit on this video. Someone's asking me, like, said to me that, wow, we've watched your videos and you've ballooned up and gained weight and blah, blah, blah. Why don't you lose weight? When it comes to people with medical issues like mine, I have a very weird gut. I have a lot of different conditions that contribute to weight gain, such as the polycystic ovarian syndrome causes a lot of weight gain. And so losing weight, while I would love to, that is not typically something that happens, annoyingly enough. But it's not like I'm not trying. I have an issue with eating in general. Like, I don't eat well in the first place. I mean, I eat fine, but I don't consume enough calories that I should be consuming. Let's say it that way. So for me, like, I ate dinner yesterday. Other than that, I had a little bit of oatmeal and a little bit of, like, blended up bananas. So, it's not like, and then I had dinner, which, yes, I had a good dinner. I had enough calories in my dinner, but typically on a day, I don't eat very much. So, unfortunately, my body still gains weight because of the conditions I have. Probably because it's holding back some fat as well. But yeah, it was kind of a rude comment. When you have somebody, like me, it's not nice to bring up weight. It's never nice to bring up weight unless that person initiates the conversation. So it was a little bit of a shocking thing to wake up to, and just so this person knows, if they watch this, don't ask people that, especially women, and especially people who have health issues, because trust me, if I could be the weight I used to be, I would be so happy. But there are situations that cause me to gain the weight and not be able to get it off. So please be respectful of that. Like, that was, well, I don't typically care. It does affect me, when people outside of my household say anything about it, because I understand that you guys don't understand what is going on, inside the body to understand the weight. But yeah, it's a pretty dick move to say that to somebody, just so you know. Part of me didn't want to respond to him. I did respond to the comment, but I thought I would say something here as well. Part of me did not want to respond to the comment and just, like, delete it. But also at the same time, I was like, dude, you shouldn't be going around saying this to people. And point out why. Because yes, while I brush it off most of the time, I am self-conscious about my weight. I know what I'm like when I'm thin. I want to be that. But through everything that I have tried at this point, I cannot. And unfortunately, diet becomes an issue for me because I can't eat raw fruits and vegetables. I have to pretty much stay on like a uh, protein and starch based diet because that's what my body handles. I end up extremely dehydrated, constantly on the toilet with fissures and things like that if I do eat the more healthy route. I could never be a vegan. Never, never, never. I could never be vegetarian either. Um, it's really tough, and it's something that I am self conscious about. I would love. It drives me nuts that I'm this weight because I would love to be into all. I would love to be able to just order a large diaper from somewhere and know it would fit me. Um, right now I have like one or two places that I can order from because I'm in an XL and nobody sells XLs very much. And if they do, they're not true XL. Don't listen to ABU sizing when it says that they're XL. They're not. But there's only like the only diaper that I really truly fit in perfectly would be the Megamaxes. And I absolutely love those, but I would also, ouch, where's my e-cig? I know I had it. I would also love the option, I think it's in the cushion, to be able to, where's my e-cig? To be able to fit in a normal diaper. Like, it would be wonderful. Okay, let me find my e-cig real quick, because I know it's here. Yep, it was in the couch. Guys, never buy this type of couch, by the way. We have a sectional couch, basically, and it has 3 cushions here, and then it's got like a more of a chaise lounge type thing this way, and the end cushions are connected in a way that it's horrible. I fit in the Tykables and Bear Bums perfectly, plus the Boom Zumas that they sold out a while ago. Those are amazing. As far as I know, those ones technically got sold to ABU. I think the kiddos, it used to be kiddos or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I would give anything to fit in Tykables again. I love the Tykables products, and I wish I fit in them. I do so much. And, maybe once we get my back thing diagnosed and everything, maybe I'll be able to exercise better and knowing what's going on. Maybe I'll be able to get into some physical therapy once I have disability. FYI, those of you who have been following the disability journey, I did receive a call from the lawyer yesterday. On the 20th, we're doing our meeting for the resubmitting of the application. I was denied a few months ago. We are now reapplying, also coming back with new evidence. Like, I have been officially diagnosed with PTSD and agoraphobia. Or Wednesday, I have an MRI of my back, so we should be knowing a lot more of what's going on soon. If the MRI itself doesn't say exactly what's going on, we are going to be seeing a doctor who can, like, spinal doctor, whatever. We're going to be seeing somebody who knows more about backs and can help figure out what's going on. Whether it's just the nerve chronically being pinched, what's going on, but either way, we know that I'm having more and more issues every day with my back and my legs. I have a lot of decreased sensation in my legs right now between my knees and my ankles. Well, actually kind of my knees and my toes, but knees and ankles would be, I can't really sense temperature. I can feel pressure, but a lot of times I can't feel a specific sensation on the skin. Like, when you rub your finger down, I'll feel the pressure of it, but I won't necessarily feel the sensation. Like, I won't be able to necessarily tell if my hand is cold. It feels kind of cool, like I can kind of sense it. My disability hearing is November 15th with my lawyer. My eye doctor really pulled through and said we might have a better chance of winning because of it. That's what happened with your neuropathy. Yeah, it's kind of like neuropathy, except for I don't have any pain. As far as I'm aware, neuropathy involves some pain as well. When it comes to my pain, it's in the joints a lot. It's deep in those bones. My hips, my back, my knees, they all kill. Sometimes all the way straight down the leg really hurts. But the sensational differences that I have are weird. My leg on my left leg has gotten a lot worse with ever since my one surgery when I had neuropraxia, which is the stretching of a nerve. My foot flops over to the side. So basically, instead of my foot being able to be kept upright, kept upright and moving this way and all that, it actually kind of flops and moves this way. So instead of it being upright, it's like the foot just rolls over, and keeping that foot up is almost impossible. I wish I could show you, but it makes it so like when my foot falls, when I use a scooter at the store, if my foot flops, which it typically does unless I have it firmly planted, it flops off and it falls because I can't pull that foot back up to keep it from falling. So it falls off the cart, and then I have an issue where raising my legs, like to get in the car or something like that, is really hard for me. When I get in the car, I typically go butt first. When I sit down, I typically, I sit in a way that it bends my legs so that I can sit. But like lifting the leg up is really hard. So, yeah. I'm never ever warm, always cold and numbness unless I'm surrounded by heat. I tend to be very cold. I tend to be really cold. Especially, I always have a blanket on me when I'm in here, especially. This is our coldest room. Unfortunately, it's our living room, but it's the coldest room we have pretty much. And so when I'm in here, I always have a blanket on me, even throughout the summer. Because I sit right under the vent. So in the summer, that's cold. So I always have a blanket on the couch. I'm also just like to snuggle up in it. Anyway, but we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on with my back and my legs. The pain this is all from what we can tell caused by the back. I hate wool. Ugh, I hate wool. I also have sensory processing issues, so I can only wear things that are basically cotton. I can wear sweatshirts and hoodies if they're the right thing. They can't be too, it's hard to explain. But most of the time, things like sweatshirts and hoodies are polyester. But like I have an all cotton one. I love it, except for I think I need to change it into a t-shirt or sweatshirt because the way the neckline is, the hood is just... So I want to dye this thing anyway, mind you. I really want to dye it. It's this wonderful Adidas hoodie. It's just so comfy to wear except for that neckline. So I think what I need to do is turn it into a sweatshirt, take that hood off probably, and that'll change a lot of the weight of the fabric as well. But it's really nice and warm. I love it. It's right here actually. I wore it the other day. I bought it in white so I could dye it. And I've never dyed it. I've had it for like 2 years now, and I've never dyed it. So I have some leftover dye, but I think if I use that dye, it's going to turn pink, and I want it not pink or yellow. I don't like pink and yellow especially. But yeah. Oh, guys, my plushie is over here doing a handstand. I don't know how he got that way, but he did. Have you ever tried cloth diapers? I'm really wondering about pre-folds and plastic pants. I feel like it'd make me feel way smaller. I have. I hate them. Just be prepared for a crap ton of work. If you are fully incontinent and you wear them all the time, be prepared to do constant laundry. Because you can only let cloth diapers sit for a maximum of 3 days before you wash them. You have to have enough to get you through that time. You also have to have enough to actually do a load of laundry. like an actually good sized load, because if you only wash one at a time, you're not really getting it clean. But I do not like them. I have worn them. I did a year in cloth diapers of my own making. I do make and sell cloth diapers. And the ones I make life a lot easier, but it was just too much work for me. I could not keep up. It was just too much. I was constantly running laundry, and it really hikes up the water bill. If you're washing diapers every day or every 2 days, depending on how many you use, cloth diapers, I also had to change a lot more often. Hi, CJ. I could stay in a cloth diaper for about 2 hours, maximum of 4 hours. If I slept in them, I would leak just because I wet too much at night. So for me, it was not really worth it. I was changing diapers every like 2 to 3 hours every single day. Not worth it to me. So it really depends on what level of commitment you're wanting to have toward it, because you do have to take care of them well. You have to wash them a certain way. Like, for example, my diapers, you do a pre-wash in cold water with just a little bit of detergent to get all the initial urine out so that you're not washing them in urine water. Then you do a regular wash where you turn it to hot. You put the normal amount of detergent in. You cannot use any type of fabric softeners, no perfumes, dyes, anything like that. You have to make sure you have a particularly diaper-safe detergent. Tide Original Powder is great for it, by the way. You have to will have to rinse it again. You'll run so basically you wash it 3 times, twice with soap, once with no soap. Then you have to dry it, and it takes forever. So the amount of energy I was putting into cloth diapers was just not worth the cost difference. And I don't think in a baby's case it may be perfectly, and a lot of people say they do really save money on it. But in an adult's case, there's so much more to it that, like, it's just not feasible for me. Especially if you have bowel incontinence, you have to clean the poop off first. So it's just like with a baby diaper, it's super easy because they're little teeny. They're this big. Adult diapers are like this big. The inserts I'm talking. And it just was not feasible at all for me to do cloth diapers 24/7. Where I did use my cloth diapers the most is I would take everything out of them and I would use it as a swim diaper, because I don't know if any of y'all know this. I mean, some of you do because you've been watching my channel. Swim diapers are not meant to contain urine. Okay? There's no point to a swim diaper if you're just urinary incontinent. The only point to a swim diaper is if you have bowel incontinence. Don't go into the thought of, it's not worth it. Baby swim diapers allow urine to go right through it. That's why there's a difference, is it allows things to flow through it and it keeps solid matter in. So don't ever think that you really need a swim diaper. You don't. Unless you're worried, like, you could technically what I did a lot of times was because we have a lake here, I would wear my cloth diaper with one insert to the lake, in the drive to the lake. I would then take out the insert in the bathroom right before we would go drive. It was literally like 1/8 of a mile away from the shore. So I would take actually it wasn't even that far away. It's right up, yeah. I would take the insert out, put it in my backpack, and put the cover back on. And then I would go swim. When I was done swimming, I would do the same thing. Oftentimes we went at night, so I would just literally have them hold up a towel against the car, and I would put on a disposable diaper right in the parking lot because it's dark, no one can see you. If there were people, yes, I would take it to the bathroom. But I think I did that once because we went at night so many times that There was nobody around. Dynasty, hello, what are we up to? We're hanging out while everybody is at work. It's Saturday, payday Saturday, so that means we have to go grocery shopping this evening. Once Hannah gets home from work at like 5:30ish, we go out grocery shopping. Andrew is currently at work for a couple of hours. He had to go do something with the water at work, so he should be home not that long. But hey, CJ. But yeah, please don't fall, guys. Please don't fall into the scam that is swim diapers for adults, unless you have bowel incontinence. And even then, okay, here's the thing: using a disposable pull-on swim diaper, because that's the only ones they sell right now, is these disposable pull-up ones for adults. Don't buy them. They're a waste of your money. Buy a pocket diaper like mine, or Snap Easy has them, things like that. Buy those and an insert and use that, so that, like, don't use the insert once you're in the water, because it's just going to get super heavy. Trust me. My diapers actually do to some degree hold fluid, in that. So here's the thing: when I'm going swimming, the way I get in the water is key, and the way I come out of the water is key. So when I go, as you get down into the water, it causes the diaper to kind of pushes all the air out of the diaper cover. So imagine like slowly squishing a bubble, or imagine like a Ziploc baggie type of thing. Once that vacuum, like that suction has happened, they stay pretty dry. But if you're me and you have a Zelly living with you and swimming with you all the time, they love to go and grab the diaper and let all the water in, and then you have to get out and you have to drain it and get out, or get out and drain it. I was noticing that when that happened, like if I got in the water and stayed in a certain depth of water, I was not having anything like go in it. But once it was in, like when she like pulled back the waistband and let the water in, it was hard to get it back out. And that's just because of the great seal that my diapers offer. And I will say this, guys, like I am tooting my own horn a little bit in this, but when it comes to my diaper cover things for swimming, they're great. They're great. I sold all my cloth diapers except for, I think, 2. I think I found out that I have 2 for swim diapers. And that's the only thing I use them for, is a swim diaper. So we literally keep them in we have a bag of like swimming supplies, like goggles and towels and things like that. They literally stay in that bag. And I only use them if I mean, a lot of times I'll start out wearing them and they'll go in the bathroom and take them out, because they just end up getting, with swimming with Zelly, you end up with water in them, and then they get heavy, and then it's like, but I typically don't wear a swim diaper unless I'm in, like, if I've had issues with, like, bowel incontinence, then that's fine. But typically, I don't just mess myself without warning. Typically, I'll have, like, a sign of, like, oh, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. I can get out of the water, go to the bathroom. Sometimes it's a very small period from when I know I have to go to when I do go. That's where the problem happens is, oh, hey, you gotta go poo. You pooped, you know. So, and it mostly happens when I'm somewhat regressed. If I am little enough, I have no concept of bowel or bladder control. Like, it's just that if I'm little, I don't pay attention. It's weird. It's a weird situation, but when I'm truly, really regressed, like, really regressed, between 8 months and a year, I would say, there is no concept of making it to the toilet or making it or not. I kind of, when I'm going little, I talk to Andrew first. Are you up for poopy diapers tonight? Are you up for diaper changes like that? So that I know, and sometimes it's not avoidable on how far I regress. But if I know ahead of time that he's really not up to changing messy diapers, I can sort of keep myself in a old enough state while still being regressed to understand the difference between, no control and control. It does change. Like if I am little, if I notice I have to go poop, I have to run to the bathroom. Um, but if I'm regressed where I don't have to, where we aren't paying attention, or if Daddy says it's a no potty day, things like that, then I don't even feel it. I don't even feel it. I have trouble feeling it in the first place. So being in a regressed mind state makes that just out the window. Sorry, I'm trying to comb my hair. My hair is crazy today. But yeah, it's weird. It is really weird. I don't know why it does that, but it does. But and it's interesting. I feel like this is where I always am like wondering if my little side is almost an alter, like almost a personality thing in a way, because when Kai is out, Kai is out, and Kai is Kai. Like I still know what went on as what Kai was doing, but it's very much so like watching from afar, like watching from above type of thing. Like I don't know. I may talk to my therapist about that sometime down the road once we get a little more into things. But literally, I just had my first appointment. This Wednesday is my second appointment. So I haven't broached that subject with him yet. Oops. Up. I'm just trying to set myself up. My limbs fall asleep after a certain point, so I have to kind of. There we go. Connor's gonna hold up the tablet for me. Ta-da! And it's crooked, but oh well. But it's really interesting when you're dealing with this. Like I sometimes I swear to God it's a personality disorder. Like there are times where I feel like I've actually like dissociated into a different person. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. And V would know a little bit about this probably. But anyway. Okay, this is not working out how I want it to. Give me a second. There's things at my feet. I need my blanket up here. Let's try something different here. It may temporarily disconnect. Oof, my boobs aren't going. That's kind of a weird angle, but oh well, that's what you got. My computer is kind of... There's a lot of background noise with it right now. So... But yeah. I don't know. This is driving me crazy though. I don't like this camera angle. Like I'm so used to my camera being up top on my laptop that having it on the side is weird. But oh my god, I need to cut my hair. Not this part, but this part. I don't know, I might do a crew cut again. Like I really want to have it shaved and have this, but at the same time I do really like the crew cut. Just a typical cut. Like this side looks fairly natural. This side it doesn't look so natural, but yeah. So annoyingly enough, guys, I am thinking, like with my e-cig fluid, I got a different fluid this past time, like a month ago now. And every time I use it, it feels really like I get a weird reaction going. Okay, hang on. I don't like this at all. There we go. Whoa! Ta-da! There we go. That's better. I get almost a reaction to it. And unfortunately, I have about 2/3 of a bottle of it. I can't. I don't know. It could also just be because it was before the weather change. I was like, it could also just be winter asthma. It's just, so bad down here. I can tell the weather has changed and that we're into fall and winter because asthma stuff is I'm starting to feel a lot more short of breath than I usually am. like all summer, walking up the stairs. Like I'd get tired, my legs would get tired and my back would get tired, but I wouldn't get short of breath unless I did it several times in a row. And now that the weather has changed, I'm literally like walking up the stairs once and I'm like I can't get enough air. So I hope I don't have to start doing my nebulizer again. It's not the end of the world if I do. I always have to do it in the wintertime more because I am allergic to the cold and the snow. Yes, that does affect the lungs and stuff. Like when it gets to be like 30s and stuff, even 40s, I get the lung portion of the reaction going. The hives and stuff don't start until it's like really cold and snowy and stuff like that. But sorry, I am tired. But I get the itchiness and the breathing stuff as soon as it gets like it starts dropping once fall hits. Which is annoying because it's starting to even affect me indoors. It does affect me indoors as well. Like, you guys can kind of hear it. I'm a little bit on the heavy breathing type of thing. Of course, I've been yawning like mad. But in the wintertime is when my breathing is the worst. I probably should be doing like every couple of days doing a breathing treatment. But I need to look and see when that expires because I've had it for a while. Thankfully, it's not horribly expensive to do the nebulizer, which is really funny. Like, the nebulizer solution is way cheaper than an inhaler. And I can't use an inhaler directly. I have to use a spacer because of the way, and this is how most asthmatics are. When I do an inhaler, because I have a rescue inhaler, when I do it, it literally like clings to the back of the throat because I'm like, and it just clings to the back of my throat because of the way you have to breathe it in. And so a spacer allows you to just breathe kind of normally while you do it. It allows you to, it instead of it shooting it to the back of your throat, it shoots it into a chamber and a statically sealed type of thing, and then you just breathe it in normally. So I don't have a spacer at the moment. I don't have an inhaler at the moment. Well, I do somewhere, I just don't know where. But I use the nebulizer because I am at home more often, and it actually works better than an inhaler. Yes, I should probably be on some sort of an asthma medication, like Singulair or something. I used to be. But expensive. Especially because I mostly need it in the winter months, and that's when we make the least amount of money. Ow, does it? It hurts. You guys can see it. It hurts. I feel so timid today. But yeah. Yeah, I will probably have to do a breathing treatment today. It's really funny because like there's a time frame where it cools down but not cold enough to cause breathing issues, and that if I step outside and breathe in the fresh air, it actually helps. I have had a lot of feeling, especially my left lung. It feels like my left lung is not pulling in as much air. It feels very heavy and stuff. Actually, no, I take that back. It varies which lung it is, but right now it's my right lung that doesn't feel like it's accepting as much air. I don't know. But yeah. I am so tired. It's nap time. I am horrible, guys. Like, I'll get up and 3 hours later I need a nap. It's just like, okay, I'm done. Night. Such a typical toddler. typical 1-year-old, especially because I'm like, I get tired around noon and I get tired around like 4 or 5. It's like I just need a nap. But I can't do that. Now, if I nap early, like noonish, I'll feel really good later on the evening. Excuse me. Why have I not played this one? But yeah. So, what are you all up to today? I see why that went that way. Sorry, I'm playing a game. But like I said, I probably won't be streaming that long today. Crack my knuckle. Here we go. Oops, go away. I win. Woohoo! What? Okay, hang on. Hatch 3 dragons. Drop dragons on lifeless rocks. And create living stones. Okay, so hatch. Boop. Hatch. Boop. Oh. Shoot. I can't hatch all 3. What is my goal? Large mass stone. Okay. That one. That one. That one. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but oh well. Oh, I can still do it. Okay. That and that. Ta-da! I'm playing Merge Dragons. I like that game. It's fun. I need one. Oh, you can. Oh. Open lands. What is the goal? Okay. Okay. Let's see here what I can do. We can do that. Pull that one over here. Sheesh, there's a lot of shit over here. What is the point of this? Oh wait, I can combine those. I have very little mind today, just in case you were wondering. My head is very small. Stop doing that. I'm gonna pull these over here so I can use them over there. We're actually gonna harvest some stuff over here. Anybody else play Merge Dragons? Whoops. Come back here. You wanna come here? There we go. Yay. Let me go over here. Pull those three, pull those three. Come back here and finish. There we go. I'm gonna pull those all together. Pull those all together, pull those together, pull those together. Move that up there, move that up there, move that up there. Come back and get this one. Thank you. I don't know if those ever stop or not. Yes, they do. Okay, let's go over there and do what I actually need to do over here. What do we need? Boop. Oh shit, there's more. Whoa. I need to go over here and get that. Get this over here. And then this over there. Yay, I win. Did I miss anything? They're such a cute little game. Boop, boop. Oh, one of those create. That's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna probably go and just chill for a bit. I need to take a rest. So, and Andrew should be home soon. So, I will see you guys later. Bye.